Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Magandang gabi po sa lahat. Buenas tardes. And what else? Naibang garabiyo amin, kakapsat. So welcome again to another episode of SaBeedo Nights. Thank you so much for making it a part of your weekends. I'll just quickly share my screen and just relax. Thank you again for those who joined us here on Zoom, Marvin, Denise, and Gasper. And for those who will be joining on Facebook Live, thank you also for being with us tonight. So, for the first timers, Sabido Nights is really just conversations about the fascinating world of bees and honey. And we have a variety of topics every Saturday, and that happens, of course, at 8 p.m. So, tonight, we have a very, very rare privilege of being with a very passionate artist in the person of Marie Clarice Issay Rodriguez. So please allow me to properly introduce her. I actually met her only virtually. So she attended one of the training, virtual training classes I had for Apis mellifera in 2021. Or yeah, I think 2022. Okay, so Isai completed her Bachelor of Fine Arts at the University of the Philippines. She is a Jose Moreno Foundation scholar and was able to attend a school in Paris before she finished before graduating with an outstanding thesis award. Alongside printmaking, she is inspired by her involvement in alternative learning environments and nature conservancy groups, where she functions as part of a research and communications team. As a result, her practice embraces the chaotic inspiration that stems from technology and unstable media. Her current projects focus on the rich metaphors and ecological significance of bees and how humans can gain insight into their own values and ways of thinking by understanding more about their biology and cultural importance. We'll talk more about her projects later, like Cosmic Garden, which is a series of long exposure images taken under UV light and approximates how bees perceive the plants they pollinate and form part of this research for new project under her Gasworks residency. She is currently on a working vacation in Dumaguete, but I'm so honored to have her with us tonight. So please help me welcome on screen Isay Rodriguez, all the way from Dumaguete. Hi, Isay.
Hello,
Naka-mute
good
ka,
evening po,
yan.
Sir Alex. Thank you po for inviting me to participate po sa SaBeedo Nights. Yan. Dati nanonood lang ako tsaka sumasali ng games. Ngayon, ako na yung mag-share. Kasi,
Yeah, yeah,
thank you po.
it's my pleasure. And when I was looking at your profile talaga, I'm so amazed of your artwork. And ikaw pa lang yata yung kilala ko na who's really so passionate about bees in your works. And I'm sure my fellow beekeepers and those of us who are here tonight on Zoom and those who are watching us live on Facebook will learn a lot from you and will be inspired as well by all the things that you do. So, uh, be- before we go any further, Isai, when did you discover your artistic inclinations?
Well, actually po, since I was a kid, I think simula po nung bata ako, parang it's one of my ways of expressing kasi parang for example, yung ate ko sobrang galing niya mag-piano, academically
Mm,
proficient siya. Siguro as a bilang bata iniisip ko rin saan kaya ako pwedeng maging magaling or ano. So parang I think na-encourage naman ako nung parents ko to do it. Tsaka yung mother ko din po kasi siya, ano siya, she's a school teacher. So parang may access madalas sa mga drawing materials, ganyan. Tsaka parang I enjoy participating dun sa mga bulletin board making ng school. So parang that
mm,
was my intro into like making visual materials na mostly ginagamit for educational purpose. So yun yung background ko siguro as an artist. Yun.
So I'm happy to know that your mom, especially you mentioned, I would say she's very supportive of your endeavors. Kasi may mga friends, I know some people na um, they tend to discourage their kids to pursue a degree in fine arts or art related. Well, they have their own reasons, but I'm glad that you pursued and you're starting to make waves already in the art scene.
Ay.
So, mm, um, what got you fascinated with bees naman? Why into that
Well yun
line?
po. Actually, so super random lang din po nung nag-start akong ma-fascinate sa kanila. So later medyo mapapakita ko rin po siya dun sa na-prepare ko na slides pero banggitin
Mm,
ko na rin po. So it started when I had an artist residency po in Bataan. It was my first time to join such kind of program.
mm,
So sa Bagak Bataan siya but I was also able to access different parts of Bataan through the artist residency. So for people who don't know what an artist residency is, it's an opportunity when hosts invite applicants to explore yung isang place or region or parang basta it's an opportunity to work alongside yung programs ng isang residency host. Tapos bahala kayong mag-propose kung ano yung interest nyo and to develop an artwork within a short period of time. And it
mm.
also includes opportunities for interacting with the community in that space or basta depende dun sa So in short, yung artist residency, it's an opportunity to for an artist to focus on making art given the resources dun sa host
Okay,
community.
so I would assume na ano yun, you had the chance to witness,
Yes po,
mag-immerse
ayun.
sa
So
wild
yung
honey
continuing
harvesting.
po dun sa
Uh,
artist residency. So in 2018 po, I had an opportunity um to join Wild Honey Gatherers. So it was my first time, hindi ko pa alam noon yung differences between bees. So nung time na yon parang I think they were gathering wild honey from Serrana, I guess, yung mga
mm,
bees po sa puno. So parang I was able to witness and take some photos ganyan to start learning about ganito po pala yung traditional way of pamumuay or gathering honey sa forest. So maybe I can show some photos po later.
yeah.
Tapos simula po nun, parang the more I read about them, parang ang dami nilang pwedeng maituro na lessons. At least parang very interesting for me yung mga metaphors na ng bees. Parang
Mm,
tapos yung wisdom of listening to them was very appealing to me also. And yun nga, as also one of the things na central to our food security. So yun po.
yun, nakakatuwa. I'll let you share your screen so you can tell us more about what you wanted us to learn
Sige po.
from the works that you do, Isai. But while you're doing that, I'd like to thank Ma'am Cleo, Doc Michelle, Sir Doji, kaklase lang kita kanina sa Lipa. You're here right now. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Isai, I can see your screen right now. So
Yes po.
go
Thank you,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah,
Ayan.
tell
So yung
us.
title po nung presentation ko today is 2 million flowers, 1 pound of honey. So later medyo mas ma-explain ko kung bakit and hopefully yung series of slides can actually emphasize on the idea. So, wait lang. Ayan, so dun po sa mga nanonood, meron tayong icebreaker. I hope tama yung nahanap ko na information. So, yung question is, ilang kutsara ang equivalent ng 1 pound of honey? Meron po bang gustong mag-guess?
Anyone from Zoom who would like
May
to
prize po.
guess? Oh, may price
May
daw.
prize na artwork
Wow.
or drawing.
Should they should they raise
Chat.
their hands or just chat
Pwede po
would be
magsagot sa
okay?
chat.
Uh, so you can chat na po your answer and Isai will get in touch with you if you get to win yung artwork niya.
Ayun, anyway, meron po bang gustong mag-guess? Pwedeng mag-Google. So,
I'm checking right now and even on Facebook Live so far,
wala pa po.
wala pa. Baka
Okay
mahinang
lang.
signal, yeah.
O baka po may naisilan. So anyway po, yung bees have to visit 2 million flowers to make a pound of honey. So parang with that, yan, 2021. 21 na kutsara po yung 1 pound of honey. So I just wanted to use that icebreaker para maintindihan lang din natin how they
Hardworking.
operate and how much hard work enters into one bottle of honey or 1 pound of
Mm.
honey. So pag susumahin 90,000 miles or 3 times around the globe yung tina-travel nila just to make 1 pound of honey. So ito po yung mga mini-mention ko kanina na mga parang important or very profound lessons na parang interesting for me when we talk about bees. So one of the things din na inspired me in doing an artwork with my fellow collaborators was an art and tech project in 2020. So this was the logo of a mobile app which we created together to make a participatory art project for Art Fair Philippines. So it is actually inspired by the nonverbal communication of bees. Kapag ano po sila, pag sinishare nila yung source of food for their hive mates, ganyan. So parang gumawa po kami ng project that uses AR and VR technology. So yung idea was to invite people to enter the hive, pero first foraging for different flower animations through the app na ginawa po nung team namin. So the app was
Galing.
created by Imagine Realities and GIF Kids. So yan. So after nila po makolek yung lahat ng animations ng native flowers, we invited them to enter the hive and parang may simple game of like doing drawings na based po dun sa idea ng waggle dance. And pagka nagtagumpay sila doon, nag-animate yung hive. Tapos we also give them stickers so they can pollinate the image targets at home. So in a way, this was one of the first images na ginamit namin to visualize how the hive would look like inside virtual reality.
Ito
And
yung doon, Issay, no?
yes,
Doon, yeah.
yes, doon AR/VR project. So
Yeah.
actually yung title niya, parang yung title doon, parang Filipino word na you were pointing at something, parang
Mm.
yung idea din nung when they communicate non-verbally to share na may food source, parang ganun.
May comment dito, can you do the
Ay,
waggle dance? No, joke lang. Joke lang.
Apo,
What does it take to
Jollibee.
mount? What does it take to mount this? Like, kasi parang nakaka-excite seeing it on screen right now. But I can just imagine if I myself can experience this, some other beekeepers or even kids could experience this. What does it take to mount this? Like, if we're considering it to do it for World Bee Day, uh,
Well, actually yung app po, it's still up. It's not yet updated, but I think pwede po siyang ma-download sa App Store. So
okay, I
yun
think
po, like
I
what
should
you're
talk to
seeing
you
on
offline
screen.
after this. Yeah.
Yeah. So as what you're seeing po on screen, these were the original graphite drawings po na ginamit as image targets po dun sa app. I can send you po the link where you can download the app. You can use your phone. It's in both Apple
Google
and
Play.
Google Play.
Yeah.
So yung art project po na yon na I did with Imagine Realities and GIF Kids, I wouldn't have done it alone. It was actually based on an artist residency project. Yung mini-mention ko po earlier na
Sa ano,
I was given the
Bataan.
chance to follow wild honey gatherers. Tapos parang
Mm.
doon po nag-start yung interest ko in bees in general. So
Mm.
parang iniisip ko um in a not very technical sense, ano kaya yung itsura ng loob ng hive. 'Di ba syempre nung bata ako, tinitingnan ko yung idea ko ng hive yung sa Winnie the Pooh lang. So parang nung nakita ko siya sa forest, ganito pala yung itsura nun, or ganito pala nila hulihin, i-gather yung honey, ito pala yung
Honey.
consider nila, or ito yung mga traditional ways nila of doing it. Tapos, actually, napunta ako doon randomly because I was in the residency nga. So, when I first learned about na sa palengke na yung honey was one of the main sources ng local income ng mga nag-gather na indigenous people or yung mga villagers doon sa Issay. I collaborated with a local ice cream maker, tapos gumawa kami ng parang si Sir Alex din. Gumawa kami ng
Honey ice cream?
honey ice cream. This was in 2018. So parang hindi ako marunong gumawa ng ice cream, pero parang nasuggest ko lang, what if for an open art studio, mag-create kami ng barter, parang in exchange of honey ice cream, pwede silang mag-drawing ng something about work or about their daily lives, or any landscape drawing na about where they live, ganyan. So it's one way for me to learn about the people I was encountering with. So yung open studio was situated in the workshops of Las Casas, Pilipinas Acuzar. So
Okay.
sila po kasi yung host nung Bellas Artes Projects na residency before. So that's why meron pong ice cream maker sa loob ng
So, where's the ice cream? Andun pa siya ngayon? Kasi we were there nung 2019 yata, but we didn't see any honey ice cream there offering.
Hindi, ano po, for ano lang, just for this
For the
open
event
studio.
lang. Okay,
Yes po.
okay.
So,
Okay.
kaya po nagulat ako nung nakwento nyo rin po na, meron din si Sir Alex, honey
Yeah.
ice cream. So, yun po, made po siya with wild honey na So, doon po nag-start yung process of learning about yung immediate community surrounding the residency. So, free to roam lang kami to explore, ganyan. Pero syempre, parang yung organizers, they also try to connect us with the locals. So, for example, dito po, sinama po ako ni Johannes sa isang random lunch afternoon. Kumakain lang kami near the river. Tapos sila po yung mga iba sa...
Namumuhag.
Opo, sila po yung mga namumuay dun sa So, we were invited to have lunch with them. So, yung random encounters namin were just afternoons taking photos. So, di ba usually pagka mga turista may dalang camera, pictures na ganyan. Pero as an artist, I also think about the gaze. Tapos, pinapahiram ko sa kanila yung camera and I asked them some questions na parang, saan kaya pupunta yung bees paghapon or umaga? Pero just as starting conversation na madaling pag-usapan. Tapos, sometimes, yun nga, yung drawings na ginagawa namin, based sila dun sa Polaroid photos. So, actually, these were spontaneous learning opportunities for all of us. For me, na parang nalalaman ko, may natututunan ako about yung local flora na sila, they know it like the back of their hand kasi syempre doon sila nakatira. And for me, taga-city, na hindi ako masyadong conscious before, like knowing more about our plants or local flora and fauna, ganyan. As an artist, this was a very important experience for me. So, so I would share my cameras with them, and then they also invited me dun sa local Floras de Mayo festival nila. So, tas if you were wondering saan namin ginamit yung drawings na randomly ginagawa lang namin every afternoon, we use them for the dresses of their aunties and their mothers. So parang
ito yung nakadikit sa mga skirts nila.
Yes po. So parang nakipag-collab po with the mananahe. So we could
Oo.
translate the drawings for their moms and their titas or the women of the
Mm.
village. Kasi it was also one way of saying thank you na, uy, thank you po, you invited me or you welcomed me into your community, and it was an perfect opportunity para makisali, gano'n,
Siyempre immersion talaga.
it was such a gift na parang I think it's a very rare opportunity for artists na visiting lang for a while na, uy, balik ka dito, meron kaming something, parang
Yeah.
gano'n.
So this was 5 years ago. Have you ever gone back to them after all kasi
Um,
nag-pandemic, you went to
Meron pong
London?
yung main person po na nagdala po sa akin dun, we still communicate po online, but I've
Mm.
been wanting po to go back. Yun nga po, lagi po akong elsewhere, so
Oo.
di pa po ako nakakabalik physically.
Yeah.
So yun po. So after po nung residency na yun, parang naisip ko, parang gusto ko pa rin pong matuto about bees. So parang nagkaroon po ako ng opportunity. Parang
Training.
kaka-search ko po yung algorithm, lumalabas na yung mga ads about
Oo.
beekeeping school, ganyan. So nag-enroll po ako ng beekeeping class noong 2018
Saan
under
to,
Negoscuela.
Issay? So saan to ginanap? It's not familiar with me.
Sa QC po. It
Okay.
was under Sir John Dom Dumagtoy sa Negoscuela po.
Mm.
So I was just po, parang first time ko lang po mag-join dun sa classes. 4 lang po kaming classmates.
Ikaw lang
Pero
naka-veil.
syempre, parang I had to retake it din kasi syempre nung una, super excited lang ako. Pero hindi ko siya lahat
Mm.
na-absorb easily kasi ang daming pwedeng matutunan about bees.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone na nagsisimula pa lang matuto theoretically, um, parang it's hard to grasp when you don't have at that time direct access to bees.
Mm.
Tas yung residencies po, it continued noong 2019. So we had an opportunity to work or to interview people who work with the Taiwan Forestry Museum. So parang nag-interview lang kami about different types of bees, tapos looking at images of microscopic images of pollens. So at first hindi naman din namin alam kung ano yung magiging final output, but the goal was to inform the workshops that we were developing for a local elementary school. So we were
Mm.
faced with the challenge of na yung language barrier. So we were thinking na kung gagawa tayo ng art lessons for elementary school children, hanap tayo ng something na relatable between Taiwanese and Filipino. So yung isa naming topic tungkol siya sa dessert. So meron sila nung shaved ice with fruits, tas tayo naman halo-halo.
Halo-halo, oo.
So we were thinking na, okay kids, so kung wala tayong bees, ano kaya itsura ng favorite desserts natin?
Ang galing.
So parang inisa-isa namin dun sa class kung ano yung mga bee-pollinated na fruits, ganyan.
Mm.
Tapos kung bakit kapag walang bees, wala rin tayong milk, probably, di ba? Kasi po, parang yung alfalfa, pollinated siya by one of the pollinators are bees, tapos
Mm.
kinakain siya ng cows.
For the dairy
Opo,
naman,
so
oo.
parang inisip na, okay, so basically yung halo-halo natin magiging root crops lang siya and
Alam
yellow.
mo ang saya sanang gawin 'to sa sa mga schools nga sa or even museo pambata.
Yes po sir,
Oo.
sali kami 'pag meron kayong
Sige, marami tayong pag-uusapan after this episode.
sige po sir.
So, did you even go to Taiwan, right?
Yes po, this
Just
was
for
in
this?
Taiwan po. So we did this for Zue Elementary School. And
Mm.
then actually it's a series of 4 art workshops po kasi parang medyo na-enjoy namin yung kahit na parang may language barrier, meron po kaming partner teacher.
Interpreter.
Tapos we do some research, tapos na verifying some information with yun nga yung partners nila, tapos we try to develop art projects with the partner teacher and the student. So yung nakikita nyo po sa screen ngayon, may nauso po kasi back then 2, 3 years, 4 years ago, yung banana piano. So
It's
actually para
familiar.
siyang simple makey-makey, simple circuitry na you can play music using vegetables. Pero syempre ayaw namin magsayang ng food, 'di ba? So nung
Mhm.
nalaman namin na may alternative for it to work using graphite, nag-drawing na lang kami ng different bee-pollinated fruits and vegetables. So based kasi siya dun sa idea ng bahay kubo na parang a lot of it are crops na dependent sa pollinators.
Mm.
So yung ginawa namin na I hope I had the video. So yung ginawa nilang small project sa classroom, we extended it into a tactile sound mural outside of the residency building. So mga basically para siyang tumutunog na painting ng mga bee-pollinated shapes and yan yung mga
Naku, ang saya nito. Gusto kong gawin 'to.
yun nga po eh.
You
Tapos
did it.
actually nung nakita ko din po yung nyo, yung stingawin, parang uy, parang magandang gumawa ng something po nun.
Actually,
Project.
yung stingawin naman, when we were doing that, may nag-suggest, kasi before we publish it, may mga what we call it play testing eh.
Yes po.
So, may nag-suggest na, why don't you put, di ba may quiz bee card? Why don't you put ano na lang, parang QR codes. Para
Ah,
instead na mag-print kayo ng mga quiz bee cards, they'll just use the gadgets to see the question that they need to answer. Pero sabi namin ng
mm,
wife ko, ang advocacy nga namin is walang gadgets eh. So hindi namin
well, opo.
in-explore yung idea na yun. But maybe for a version 2 or some other thing in
Yes
the
po.
future, this could work. So you did this in Taiwan. Have you made a version of it in the Philippines, elsewhere in the Philippines, or no,
Not
wala
yet
pa?
po. Maybe we can work on something po. Or,
Museo Pambata, I think, is the best venue for us to do
oo nga
this.
po eh, for
Oo.
children po yung
Yes,
audio.
yes. Yeah, let's talk
Actually,
about it
ay,
later.
sige po.
Uh, Okay, go ahead with what you prepared for us.
Opo.
Thank you.
Ayan, malapit na tayo po matapos. So
Okay
anyway,
lang,
yung
okay
during
lang.
that residency din po, we were able to work with the local museum. Tapos meron din sila pong event noon na promoting different art spaces or artists. Tapos yung pinrepair po namin with Bamboo Curtain Studio, um, parang sabi nila as artists, if you want to advocate for specific things like yung pagiging mas conscious sa paggamit ng materials tsaka waste-free, why don't you consider like making use of digital tools? So doon namin unang naisip na, okay, hindi siya popular thing na kinoconnect na, minsan dinidismiss agad na kapag digital art, meron yang parang hindi siya pwedeng makonect with
Mm.
advocacies. Pero it's context-based in a way na, okay, kung pwede naman tayong gumawa ng project or gumawa ng drawings without wasting paper at the end of the event, maybe we could just make digital drawings and exchange them with actual flower seeds na pwede nating i-pollinate.
Mm.
So for that event, we were exchanging digital drawings with sunflower seeds.
Wow.
So yun. Tapos
Kumusta feedback ng mga estudyante na
okay naman
nag-participate?
po. Parang at least how they translated it to us, parang they enjoyed the idea na parang unexpected for them na pwede palang makonect yung idea ng
Oo.
agriculture and art and tech, parang ganun po. Na parang it was a new experience. Actually, if we had the chance, parang maganda sana po kung nabalitaan rin namin kung lumaki ba yung flowers, ganyan. Ayun,
Oo.
parang if in a new iteration, that would be nice po to encourage people. Di ba kasi po, to take care of bees din, it has a link rin with promoting flowers that actually increase their health or their diet po. So yung during that residency, parang Margaret Shree, yung founder po ng Bamboo Curtain Studio, was always emphasizing on the idea of thinking globally and acting locally, since they were a nexus for different foreign artists to meet and exchange different ideas. And they were also like an established artist residency space na works with the local community. Ito yung isa sa mga ine-emphasize nila na ideas related to like ideas about adaptation and climate action. So this is also something na I try to think about when I think about art projects. So yung slide na po to, parang
Cosmic Garden na.
part na po to nung Cosmic Garden. Actually, stinart ko po siya nung pandemic kasi lagi lang po akong nasa bahay. Tapos may mga konting halaman po yung nanay ko. Na-encounter ko po yung photography projects ni Craig P. Burrows. So sinasabi niya na may mga work siya na parang sinasabi na approximation siya of how bees perceive flowers. Kasi iba yung color spectrum nila.
Yeah.
So kung meron pong nanonood na entomologist, baka pwede pong mag-consult next time tungkol sa...
Ma'am Cleo is here.
So yun po. So nung pandemic, nag-experiment po ako dun sa mga mag-take ng photos ng mga gulay. Kunwari ito po parang flower po ng kalabasa. So yung isang banyo namin, hiniram ko bilang DIY dark room. Tapos nagte-take po ako ng photos. Actually hindi ako expert when it comes to like with like open pollinated or permaculture, pero parang curious lang talaga ako na parang okay kung nandito sila sa tapat ng bahay namin, paano kaya nila nakikita yung mga flower din. Kasi di ba it helps them also with like kung ano yung mga pwede nilang bisitahin to pollinate, ganyan. So yung mga photos po na tinitake ko, I try to assemble them into a digital collage. So I'm just thinking about other potentials, pero as of the moment, I just want to create a series of photos na using that technology po. So one of the things na I did during the Gasworks residency, since it's a time for us to like focus on things na we just want to create. Yung slide po ito, I was working with the local, nag-volunteer ako sa isang garden, parang may bee urban, ganyan. So parang may mga flowers dun sa garden na curious lang din ako how they look like if under UV IVF. Tapos I create 3D renderings na in the hope of maybe later I could create a virtual reality landscape na of like a garden na parang puno ng flowers na rendered in a way na how bees would perceive them. So it's still a work in progress. Tapos
abangan ko yan.
yes po, actually nag-try po kami nito lang with yung students when I was invited po in Foundation University here in Dumaguete. Meron kaming small exercises. Pwede ko po i-share sa inyo yung ginawa namin. Pero ayun, the idea was to create a garden together and to try VR technology for some of them for the first time. So nag-drawing lang kami ng what we think a collaborative garden might look like. So everything else dun sa body of work ko, I try to think about how multiple perspectives or interdisciplinary thinking can be applied when creating art. And recently, I'm not sure kung nandito po si Ma'am Michelle. So
Dito siya. Yeah.
picture po siya last week ba ako nasa Cavite?
2
So,
weeks ago yata, oo.
2 weeks
Si
ago
Sir Dixon.
opo, nag-consult po kami regarding like, parang, gusto po namin mag-record ng sounds, parang how bees sound specifically dun sa different types of hives. Si
Mm.
Sir Chris Garcimo po is also a friend, so parang he's a sound artist. And, I think in 2020 or 2021, nag-consult rin po ako about parang ano po kaya yung relationship of ng sound na ini-emit sa isang hive kasi may na-encounter po ako na remote hive monitoring system. So I was thinking kung meron po kayang existing studies dito sa atin na applied po for stingless bees. So when we were there, we were just learning more about yung different types of hives na ginagamit.
Mm.
So may box type, yung bao type. So giisip lang kami how it could translate as an installation, but other than that, parang you're also thinking maybe this could be something we could develop apart from making an artwork. Maybe it could extend into some kind of technology that can help beekeepers monitor hives through sound or different types of data like relative humidity or anything. Tapos last week na nung na-encounter ko yung bamboo hive, parang interesting siya for me kasi when I first enrolled sa beekeeping classes, parang mas yung Langstroth hive tsaka European bees lang yung napapansin ko. Pero yun nga, parang meron din yung isang napansin ko na interesting yung hollow na log, how they
For the
um,
stingless.
yung stingless
Mm.
pinalilipat po dun sa box. So, aakyat siya dun.
Induction,
Iniisip ko lang,
induction.
siguro in the form of an installation, pwede po siya na yung sound po gumagalaw and people could interact and listen.
Mm.
Na, okay, na yung sculpture helps them understand how like beekeepers take care of bees. Ito yung mga local na ginagamit. Pero in a creative sense, not really in a very practical sense na may bees sa loob. Parang we wanted to present it as art installations, I guess.
Mm.
So, yun nga. Tapos nung isang araw na-encounter ko ulit yung bamboo. So, nakwento ko po kay
Sa
Sir Alex.
Dumaguete na.
Nasa Dumaguete ako
Oo.
after nung Cavite Week. Meron pong random opportunity na na-meet namin po si Sir Rico of Milea Bee Farm.
Yun.
So,
Yeah.
nandito po pala siya. Tapos I've always wanted po to join yung tour sa Milea Bee Farm. Tapos ang galing kasi dito ko pa po siya na-meet. Tapos
You've never been to Milea Bee Farm?
ano po yun?
Hindi ka pa nakapunta sa Milea Bee Farm?
Hindi pa po. Parang dati
Okay.
po, nagtatry po ako mag-book ng family tour. Tapos parang before pandemic pa po ata yun.
Oo. Tapos
Tapos
nag-pandemic
parang
na.
ang galing na in less than a week, ang dami ko pong na-meet dito, including him. Tapos it was the same morning na you texted me about him
Na
na,
nandyan
uy,
siya.
dapat
Oo.
hanggang kailan ka sa Dumaguete, you should meet si Sir Rico ha. So,
Oo.
parang may magic lang. Tapos yun, he was just sharing a lot of, parang daming niyang na-share na parang sinasabi niya na, it would be nice if people learned more about bees, especially in this area. Medyo 50 plus na yung farmers tsaka yung beekeepers, and using art and technology and workshops na
Mm.
creative that will promote understanding of bees and how to keep them would be interesting kasi for the new generation. Tsaka
Yes,
parang
yes.
may kiwento rin siya na parang nag-strike sa akin kasi dati medyo naisip ko rin, mag-apply kaya ako ng beekeepers na abroad, ganyan. Tapos parang minention niya na actually favorite ng mga foreign employers yung mga Pilipino kasi masipag, magaling, tapos mabait, tapos pero tayo yung nagpapaunlad ng ibang bansa by giving our skills, yung beekeeping skills natin sa
Mm.
kanila. When in fact, sa ibang bansa, parang 1 out of 7 pollinator types lang ng bees yung meron sila. Pero tayo, meron tayong 7 out of 7. So
Mm.
parang na-strike ako nung advocacy niya na kahit galing siya sa labas, nandito siya sa Philippines promoting these things para yung country natin yung mag-benefit sa mga beekeepers na may skills so we can pollinate our crops and we never run out of food and
Mm.
di ba? Wala lang, parang ang ganda lang
I
po.
don't know if he told you kasi there are stories din na there are farmers, they are not aware na mga stingless bees are bees.
Yes
Sinusunog
po,
nila,
na
sinusunog.
pala sila, na bees pala
Sinusunog.
sila, na important pala
Oh,
sila, na parang akala parang la, some type of
pest or
langgam or
something.
something lang.
Oh, takot sila.
Opo. So yun, parang mas na-inspire po ako dun sa story niya na yun, na parang okay po pala yung mag-promote ng things about yung important pollinators natin.
Mm,
Especially kasi nga, yun, may value siya para sa local economies.
yeah, very well said.
So, yun po. So, yung kaya po yung naisip ko, yung phygital existence natin, physical and digital existence, especially for us creatives, yung artists, maybe we could use them to do creative storytelling, very important things like this, na hindi lang naman tayo nag-worry about bees, but bees as pollinators, and buwabalik din siya sa atin. So it's lahat ng bagay magkakaugnay siya. So that's why parang I'm very fascinated about bees kasi they represent so much values na we can learn about, and super important po nila sa ecosystem.
Can you
Tapos
go back to
itong
that slide?
ay,
When I was looking at your slide, sabi ko, ano ba yung phygital? I just had no time to Google. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? First time
well,
ko ma-encounter, yung pala yun, physical, digital.
yes po, physical and
Okay.
digital. So, 'di ba po nung pandemic parang ah, na na ano
Isolated.
natin yung two presences
Isolation.
natin,
Oh, yeah.
yung physical versus digital, na we can exist in
Mm,
multiple ways. Tapos as well, parang important siya for creative storytelling din,
mm.
wherever we exist. Parang we can make use of those new technology, like yung mga immersive, kahit TikTok, mga ganon.
Oo.
Tapos medyo last na to. Did you know that young workers embark on orientation flights,
Yeah.
learn about the landscape features around the hive before they become foragers? So,
Alam, sige, go ahead. May kwento ako dyan.
wala lang. Parang naisip ko lang, bilang naging school teacher po for a while, parang naisip ko lang na yun nga po, na yung importance ng education, parang yung metaphor ng sharing, ng orienting other people about
Mm.
the cause, parang inorient sila to so they can fly, parang ganun. So, eto po, yun pala. So, ito po ibang images lang from Dumaguete trip.
Ah,
Tapos, ito po yung class nung shinare po yung game board. So, yung context lang
uy,
po ay
salamat.
nung malaki yung class. Ayan, so na-enjoy po nila yung Sting a Win game ni Sir Alex.
Thank you.
Ayun, tsaka actually marami pong interested din po dun sa games. Kasi, interesting po kasi ano sila, IT students. Tas um, parang I think it was interesting for them to see this kasi when they develop projects, parang pwede pala yun. Tas this class was a combination of IT students and fine arts.
Mm.
So parang while waiting for their turn na mag-drawing in VR, sabi, naisip ko lang na baka gusto nilang itry yung game. So para di sila mabore. Tas yun, true enough na enjoy naman po nila.
Thank you, Issay, for telling that.
So,
Going back dun sa sa flight orientation, ako
opo,
naman, may personal experience ako kasi as you know, I started as urban beekeeper sa roof lang ng dirty kitchen namin, which is at the back of one of the rooms at our house.
yes.
So, nung first time kong ma-encounter yun, ang ingay talaga. Tapos, yung pabalik-balik sila sa sa harap lang ng hive. So,
Opo.
kasi nataranta ako yun kasi, hindi tinuro yun during our basic beekeeping class. So, I had to take a video of it. Minessage ko si Sir Albius, my mentor. Sabi ko, "Sir, anong nangyari sa mga bees ko? Ba't ang iingay? Tapos ganito sila. Diyan lang sila. Light orientation yan. Huwag kang mag-alala." Sabi niya ganun sa akin. Pero nakakatuwa, nakaka-amaze yung gano'n na ano, yung mga behavior na na-observe ko on my first year as a beekeeper na talagang
Opo. Tas yun din po, parang like what you're saying, ang galing na-notice ko rin po dun sa scene ng beekeepers na they always point out na, my teacher was si ganito, si ganyan. Parang may nilalagay na value dun sa kung sino yung nagturo sa kanila to keep bees. So parang ang ganda lang nung metaphor ng flight orientation for yung importance din ng passing on knowledge. Hindi lang sa beekeeping pero in general po. So,
yeah.
ayun. I guess yung everything about the talk is all about making use of art, interdisciplinary thinking to imagine alternative futures. So, ayun, I hope na yung talk was a little bit inspiring for some
Yes,
or
of course, very much. And aabangan
ayun,
namin yung mga ano mo, artworks, all
ako,
the projects that you're into right now and
ako.
many things that I think we can collaborate on in the
Opo,
future
sir, sabihan niyo lang po kami 'pag ano, yung gusto niyo po
for
gawin
Bee Day.
yung
Yes, yes. I'll talk to you up siguro next week.
opo. Ayun, I guess that's all for today po. Thank you po Sir Alex tsaka sa mga
Issay,
nandito
thank you
po.
so much. It's really very inspiring. Ikaw pa lang talaga yung na-meet ko na very art. Well, Sir Doji is with us here right now. He's from Negros naman. He's an artist din. I hope you'll get to meet him someday. But more
Yes
an
po,
ano
good
siya,
evening po.
tawag doon, yung talagang painting siya. Painting.
Opo.
Yes, that's Sir Doji. Um, But, for you talaga yung somebody who's really into bees talagang ikaw pa lang yung kilala ko. And, siguro just a few more questions, Isay. Hello?
Opo.
And, what do you think is the impact naman of, this all the things that you're doing to the non-beekeeping community? Although parang you've answered it na it's more an education and raising awareness on the importance of bees, no?
Yes po. I guess yun po. Tsaka po yung just to add on po dun sa na-mention po ni Sir Rico na kinikwento ko po kanina na I hope that my work can someday parang be part of like projects that can inspire people na to learn more about bees, ganyan.
Mm,
Kahit na hindi po sila mag-alaga pero in the mere fact na maintindihan nila how valuable it is when it in terms of like our food, yung issues about food security and yung overall ecology and environment po natin, ganun.
mm. Yun, kasi nakakaano lang din na karamihan ng mga beekeepers ay ano na, kagaya kong matatanda na. But
Opo.
I see a lot of new ano yung mga actually for this, month I have two guests who are millennial beekeepers naman. So I hope a lot of them will, a lot a lot of others will follow naman.
Op
So, Isay, for those who would like, do you accept parang mga commissioned works? Like, how can they get in touch with you if they really want to tap you for any of their projects that they have
ah,
in mind? Yeah.
opo.
This
Message
is
lang
your
po.
chance to to also promote your services or things that you're doing, any exhibits upcoming, projects that we can
Ah,
look forward to.
opo. Well, yung how to reach me po, actually very open naman po. So, people can
Face
message me
Messenger,
po
yeah.
on Messenger,
Mm-mm.
Instagram, gano'n po. Tsaka po ano, yung mga interested po, like, for example, if people want to collaborate on like a workshop or class, pinupuntahan ko po talaga kaya po last week kung saan-saan po ako
Yeah.
bigla dahil Arts Month, sa
Okay.
Pampanga ta's, ngayon po nasa Dumaguete. So yun
Mm.
po, madali naman pong ano, ma-reach, message lang po. Yung shows po siguro, I'm currently working on something po with, as I mentioned po earlier, with my friend Sir Chris, sound artist, and si Ross po, who's um, also a visual artist. So I guess we will be organizing events in March and April. I-send ko po sa inyo yung details about it. I hope you can help us promote also the shows
Sure,
when
sure. Yes, sure.
the publication is up na po and we can promote. So, yun lang po.
Yeah, sure. If you can turn on your video still or
Ay,
no,
opo.
it's okay.
Nakalimutan ko po
Ah,
i-on.
yan.
Opo.
Isa
Ay,
ano na lang siguro, for the benefit naman of viewers right now who are on Facebook Live, or those who are with us here right now on Zoom, or those who will watch the replay, who are what can you advise to them naman when it comes to them creating artworks related to bees?
okay po. Actually, in general po, kahit po hindi really just about bees, I guess, yung ongoing consciousness po, what I notice with artists then like me, I guess one thing na I want to advocate for is um to make use of creativity to look for uh, local materials na
Mm,
pwedeng mahanap kung nasan tayo, kasi sometimes artists might think na I have limitations with materials or media, ganyan. But I think any idea worth spreading or creative idea, whatever the medium is, um, you can start in very small ways by thinking na I think yung pinaka-important lang is your willingness to express yung gusto nyong sabihin, not really yung specific medium. So whatever it is na merong tools, um, ayun, gusto ko lang encourage na we can be creative whatever those tools are. Especially ngayon meron ng digital technology, pwede ring upcycle or reuse to avoid waste, mga ganun po.
mm.
So, yun lang po siguro yung advice ko for those who want to create
Okay.
art po.
Thank you. Any questions po from those who are with us on Zoom? I'm checking on Facebook Live. So far, wala naman. But while waiting, if I think we have 2 minutes pa. I'll just read some of the comments right now from Ma'am Cleo. Good evening to all. Great work, Issay.
Ma'am Cleo!
Uh,
Hello po.
from Ma'am Michelle, we're excited to start our work. Ma'am Isay, very interesting talk.
Yay!
And from Ma'am Net, ito kaklase ko rin kanina sa Lipa for the value-added products. Sabi niya, it's really inspiring, interesting, and entertaining. Thanks, Miss Isay. Thanks, Sir Alex.
Thank you. Thank you din po sa lahat ng nandito, tsaka po nakikinig, tsaka po kala Ma'am Cleo and Ma'am Michelle.
Mm.
Na-pressure ako bigla. Thank you po,
No,
sir.
we love the body of work. So I was supposed to ask you pa if until when you're gonna be into bees, but we- it seems from our conversation, it's very obvious na you're in for the long haul. So that
Yes
makes
po.
me really happy that we can count on somebody who has this heart for the bees and expressing full creativity in what sh- what you're doing. So
Opo.
salute to you, Isai. Thank you.
Opo. Thank you po, Sir
Okay,
Alex.
so please let me share my screen again.
Opo.
I'll just give me just a minute. Thank you. So where's so again, Isai, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I know you've been very tired with all the work you're doing down there in Dumaguete, but I really appreciate your time and the effort that you put in the presentation. That's really very interesting and eye-opening. Thank you for the insights that you've given us for this episode of SaBeedo Nights. I really hope to collaborate with you in many projects in the future. God bless you and keep safe. Have a safe trip back to Manila. Sana
Oo,
mag-meet na tayo personally.
oo nga po sir, sabihan niyo lang po, punta ako
Yeah,
diyan.
okay. And again, we've come to the end of the night's episode. So may I just encourage everyone, if you've not yet liked or followed our pages, you can please go to Hania, Stingawin, and SsBEEdo Nights. And also we have the World B Day Philippines. We're starting to plan already for a week-long event this coming May 20. So on the week ending May 20. And for those who missed any of the episodes, you can go to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, Beauty and Beyond. All the past episodes have already been posted there, so you can replay anytime po. And lastly, if you'd like to try some of our products, we have the board game Stingawin still in Shopee, the beauty products. But for the ice cream, honey ice cream, it's through Facebook lang po muna, and we do it by batches lang. So we usually take orders and then produce the different flavors depending on the available fruits in season. So again, for next Saturday, we'll have the privilege naman of listening to not just a beekeeper but a Philippine native tree enthusiast naman, si Ma'am Gala Enerio from Cebu. So she will be talking to us about the Philippine native trees that are good for our beloved bees. So if you have any suggestions or comments about this episode, you may email us at sabidonights@gmail.com. So with that, I'm ending tonight's episode. Thank you so much again for those who joined us here, and see you all again. Kita-kits sa susunod na SsBEEdo Nights. Thank you everyone. Good night and enjoy the Sunday. Thank you.